So you've been watching The Rookie?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good show, eh?
I liked it.
There's a lot of references he has. Did you see in that last episode? It was either the last or second to last episode, but he had a shirt that said Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because he's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Who?
Nathan Fillion.
He is?
Yeah.
As
The
who?
most
I don't
recent
remember.
one. The most recent
Well,
one.
I think he was in the first one as well, but he was so maked up that nobody recognized him.
Who was he?
Remember when they went into the prison and Drax stuck his fingers in one of the prisoners' noses?
Oh, was that him?
I
I
did not.
think that was him. Yeah, let's go back and watch it again.
Or just
So
watch
is he back as the nose guy, or
No,
is he
no,
back as
no.
a different
He's
guy?
got a different character.
Because how many of those? Is there 4 of them now?
3.
3.
Three?
Well, unless you count the Christmas special.
There isn't actually a Christmas special, is there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it has
Ooh.
Kevin Bacon in it.
Why?
Well, why not? I think they made it in the vein of the Star Wars Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
Did you know they had a Star Wars Christmas special?
I
Oops.
did. I forget sometimes that the Marvel movies are incapable of doing anything original.
Doing things in the vein of something is kind of
The
fun.
Well, I have a
opposite of
funny
original.
story because you brought up Marvel.
What's your funny story?
So the maintenance guy was in the kitchen today. He was fixing something. And he was coming up behind me and he's like, on your right. I'm like, no, it's on your left.
Don't say it. Don't you say it. Left. Come on!
Clearly you're not a Marvel fan. We are Beer Casuals. I thought it was funny. No one else laughed.
I don't get
You
it.
get it?
Yeah, I get
okay.
it. On your left.
Captain America,
On your
when
left.
he's running towards, what's his name?
Running
The
towards-
Falcon?
Yeah, Sam.
Sam? Not me.
So,
So
in the
someone in the kitchen was running towards Sam, and you did the joke when someone was running towards Sam.
Yeah, but he said on your right.
so what it is, they're doing their morning exercise, right? So Sam, the guy that plays Vulcan, he's out jogging. This is before he even knows they're friends.
This is before he died brutally.
No.
It's
Before
not
they're
before he died.
He doesn't
Sam's
die.
not dead.
I thought the Falcon guy died.
He fell.
Oh, he didn't die?
No.
He's captain of, no. He didn't fall. That was Cody or Rhodey. You talking about the guy in the Iron Man suit who fell and got paralyzed?
Oh, yeah, him.
He's not dead either? Does anyone
No.
die in these movies?
Well, in
Iron
fact-
Man died.
In fact,
And
see.
so did Black Widow. Sorry.
well, that's okay. So here's the thing. So when he fell, the end of that he was doing physio, and then after that he had leg braces on. Now he has nothing.
Oh, so he's healed.
Is he human?
What else would he be?
Skrull.
I don't know what that means.
So
I'm
I
not-
think he's a Skrull. The world, the internet
This is in
thinks
what
he's a
movie?
Skrull.
There's new movies?
Oh no, the invasion. Marvel's invasion is
Endgame?
on.
Invasion.
Invasion.
Is this a TV show?
Yeah,
Oh.
Okay.
it's with Nick Fury, the Skrull that was in Captain Marvel. Or not Captain Marvel, what was it called? No, it's called Captain Marvel.
There are so many movies and TV shows.
Yeah, but this is Nick
just-
Fury was married. Did you know that?
No.
Oh,
To who?
a girl
Oh,
who is a Skrull.
and he knows this?
Yes. I wasn't sure because the way the episode ended, he walked into his house and there was a Skrull cutting carrots. By the time he walked past the wall, she wasn't. They're shapeshifters. I think you know,
I know.
that. So she was no longer a Skrull, but she was another.
Do they have like a natural form?
Yeah,
What is it?
they're
Is
alien.
that what was cutting
They're
carrots?
they're alien. Yeah, they're alien little elf ears kind of look. But so then that show ended. Oh, actually, she said you forgot something. He went, oh yeah, and he walked back and grabbed a ring and put it back on. So that's where we found out they were married. But it ended with us not.
Was it the One Ring?
It was at that point. So it ended with us not seeing if he knew, but they started the next show, and he knew who she was, what she was.
Okay.
Fell
Did
in love
you-
with her at some point.
Did you hear about the One Ring?
Yes, it rules them all.
No, but did you hear about the One Ring
Thank you.
recently?
No,
Do you know about the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering set?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I've heard of it.
So they printed a one of one, like only one exists in the entire printing of these cards, the One Ring, and some guy at a card shop in Toronto got it. People are offering him like millions of dollars for it.
That's kind of cool that it was found really close to us.
Well, that's the thing, because usually, like, I have skepticisms about things, and I knew this was a thing, and I was like, should I buy some of these cards? You never know, right? Because I do like Magic cards. I have a collection. I was like, I should get like a box or something, and who knows, maybe I'll get lucky. But then the back of my head, I'm like, clearly they're not going to ship the rare card to another country. They're going to keep it within the United States, because they do that
Wow.
with things sometimes.
You
They-
were wrong.
Probably don't know where it is.
I don't know. I wonder sometimes.
If you had the card, would you sell it for millions of dollars?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to keep it. If someone offers me $2 million for a card, I'm going to sell the card. I don't want a card more than I want $2 million. I mean, I do like to collect things, but nothing that I have is worth more than like $30.
Yeah.
I still want a Rolairin.
Yeah, that seems to be the hard one to find. So I forgot. Apparently
My
we're
funny
doing-
Marvel
Oh,
story
oh.
turned into this giant, unnecessary conversation.
No, Al started it by talking about The Rookie, I think.
Yes. It's a good show.
And I didn't get the joke because I don't pay nearly as much attention to Marvel as some people. I can't even talk straight.
Did you watch The Rookie Feds? I might watch that. I wasn't sure if I'd like it, but when they brought her into the show, and
She's annoying.
Who?
she's annoying, but I think she's funny annoying.
You know what I've been watching? Because I have an allergy to watching like new shows.
Murder documentaries.
Oh yeah, no, I'm watching those too. But I've been watching. Yeah, I'm on
Oh,
episode 5.
nice.
I gotta remember not to mumble like that, because it drives me nuts when I'm editing. Because I'll mumble an answer like really quietly, and then I can't get it to show up.
Think how I feel having a conversation with you, and I have to say what 100 million times.
Oh, and for the sake of the
talking
people
about?
that don't see his computer, it's Star Trek, the original series that he's watching, episode 5.
Yes,
Someone started a big thing in our Discord.
a big.
Someone
thing.
was about to throw down.
Oh, Star Trek Voyager?
Over
Yeah.
start. No, that wasn't a disagreement. That was an agreement.
And then someone brought up Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars.
But that was just a fun argument, because Star Trek is better than Star Wars. Everybody knows that. So are we gonna get into it?
If you
It
want.
being the point of the podcast. No.
Who does the intro?
Whoever wants to.
All right, well, I'll try. So we're here for a World of Warcraft
No.
podcast based on Wrath of the Lich King.
You have to say who we are.
We're mere casuals. We
Well,
are
I'm getting there.
mere
I'm
casuals.
kidding, there was my next line. We are.
A podcast.
Well, okay, so do the intro.
Go.
The best part of waking up
It's not Folgers.
is coffee in your cup.
Is Folgers the one everybody hates, or is that Maxwell House?
Yes. I don't drink either of
To
those.
both. What is this?
This
I-
is Costco brand.
Is it?
Yeah.
Your mug's facing the wrong way.
Oh.
The coffee I like is
Well,
Balzac.
Right-handed, and I'm using my left hand, so that doesn't work.
I like Balzac.
Balzac?
Yeah, I will not.
You like Balzac?
I will not
in
have
your
a good
mouth?
day unless I wake up and I have a Balzac in my hands. I'm just saying.
Yours is Tim Hortons.
Isn't that the name of a character on a sci-fi show?
No, but where I heard it recently, it was actually said on wrestling. I guess it's in Alberta. Maybe this coffee is made in Alberta.
Oh, it is from... Oh, shoot. What's the name of it? I can only remember the exit song. Like from the year 2525, like that. What is the name of that movie? Gentlemen Broncos. There's a character in Gentlemen Broncos named Balzac.
I have no idea what that is. I have
It's
to.
it's a very good but weird but good movie about like this kid, teenager, young adult, I'm not sure what he's supposed to be, who goes to like a writing camp, a sci-fi writing camp, where this like established sci-fi writer is like running workshops, right? And he takes this story that he's written. I think it's called Gentlemen Broncos. Is it Gentlemen? I feel like it's Gentlemen. Something to do with Broncos. And he takes this and he shows it to this established sci-fi writer. And he's like, this is trash. Who's the guy? I think it's is it the Flight of the Conchords guy? I feel like it's the Flight of the Conchords guy. Jermaine Clements. Is that a name of a person?
Yes.
I have vague memories. I feel like it might be him, but it might be somebody that just looks like him. Like he's the writer, right? And he takes this story and he's like, "This is trash," and he's like, "You need to not write things or something." I don't remember what he says. He's very hurtful, and then he steals the story and he like rewrites it in this like.
Saw that coming.
And he rewrites it in this like very like over the top 70s and 80s sci-fi kind of vein, and
So
throughout
not
the movie,
original.
No, not really. Like he specifically stole it from somebody else
Because you used the word vein, so
yes,
I had to.
I did, because in this case it is definitely not original. It is literally stolen. And he publishes this, and it becomes like a bestseller. And then the kid reads it, and he's like, "This is my story." And he like goes and confronts him. And like throughout the movie, there's like they show clips of like the story from like as the kid wrote it, and then as the guy wrote it, and the story version that the established writer wrote is so much worse. But the names of the two characters in the sci-fi story, as rewritten by sci-fi writer guy, were Brutus and Balzac, which is what made me think of that when you said the way you said Balzac. You didn't say it Balzac.
Yeah.
You said Balzac, and I was like, that's from the movie.
Nice.
You should watch it. It's good. I want to watch it again. It's got what's her name?
She's my favorite.
I can't remember her name. Jennifer Coolidge in it. That's the kid's mother.
Cool.
She makes dresses to sell at
Expos.
like flea markets.
Yeah. I'm sure I know who Jennifer Coolidge is, but I have to see her.
Really?
Stifler's
Stifler's mom.
Oh.
She's good though, like an annoying kind of way, like a deliberately annoying kind of way.
Like the girl from Rookie Feds.
No.
I don't know who that is.
I've only seen like...
I'm unfamiliar with these new TV shows. I only know weird, obscure movies from the early 2000s.
There's 5 seasons. It's not new.
Rookie's fun
Is
to
it
watch.
currently being produced?
Yes.
But is it like a cop show?
Yeah.
I really don't like cop shows.
Okay.
Like they don't. I have no
It's
interest.
better than
whatsoever.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's a completely different concept
Genre.
from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But I'm not interested in cops, like the TV show or the genre. It just doesn't interest me. I don't find it interesting. So who are we again?
Mere casuals.
Why did we get off on that?
I interrupted.
Why do we get off on that?
No, why did
I
we go
don't
off on that tangent? I don't know how we ended up there.
pick other means to get off, but
I don't know how we ended up there. Yeah, so mere casuals, et cetera, et cetera. Did we start introducing ourselves?
no.
So
No,
I'm
we
Josh / Will Riker
we
/
got
Tom
off
Riker.
before we introduced ourselves.
We did.
You want
Got
to start
off on a tangent. It's a shortened way of saying got off on a tangent.
I was talking during your introduction. You want to do it again?
Josh / Will Riker / Will Riker / Will Riker / Tom Riker.
I'm Alan / I'm not really sure. We'll say Okona. We're going to stick with that. But I am trying to decide what I actually want to do with my WoW account now.
Why? You don't want to play WoW anymore?
We'll get into it when we talk.
This
It is Jermaine.
I am
Clement.
Sam / Rolaren.
Cool.
Oh, Sam Rockwell's in it. I forgot about that.
Now that guy I know.
I don't.
It's a 2009 movie. It's newer than I thought.
We play squash together, he and I. He wins, obviously.
Did you say your name, Sam?
Yep.
Okay. So where do we want to start? You said you
Al
said
just
you
says he
prepared-
doesn't want to play anymore.
Oh.
So should we start there?
I didn't say that.
No, he said he's trying to. I think he's just trying to decide who his main's going to be. Is what I got.
Or what
from
I
that.
want to do.
What he
my
wants
WoW
to do
account.
what he
with
wants
his
to
WoW
do.
account.
So, did you want to start with the news because you said you researched like the news?
Yeah, I actually read it this time and made some bullet points with no bullets.
Pause for news intro.
It's time for the news. All right. So,
That was a short pause.
haha.
Whisper it again. I need to stop whispering into the microphone. Nobody can hear that.
Well,
Yeah, but you can hear this.
the news intro will be entered into it, so we don't actually need to have an active pause.
We don't need to. It's an aesthetic choice.
Okay, we'll do it over again.
We are. Yeah, it's fine. We're good. We're good.
Right.
At this point, I've already played the news intro.
Okay, so now that we have news intro, I want to ask, how'd you like that new news intro I made?
You made a new news intro?
It's pretty
Did you?
good, eh?
I didn't know there was a new news intro.
Did you make a new one?
I did. No, like, I didn't make a new recording. I just put a video to it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't watch the video.
So it won't change anything in the audio format.
No.
Oh, okay.
So the news.
I'm curious what this could possibly be.
Yeah, well, I can't look. My phone's over there.
Well, he
Wait,
hasn't
yeah.
posted last week's video yet, so we'd have no
Yeah,
idea
I'm not
either
done
way.
it yet. Bless you.
Which is ironic the right word? Because he's like, where's the video? Why haven't you posted the video yet? And so now he's making the videos, and it's been 8 days.
Yeah. Had some rough days. Been sleeping, not sleeping.
Was that your belly?
Yep. I haven't eaten anything in like 2 days, so
Why?
Why?
why not?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I ate late
That's
last
not
night.
healthy for you.
I had a meal last night. So, the news. As far as that DCing goes with the jumping, Blizzard has a hotfix.
Not to jump.
No, it was something different.
No, they've gone beyond just, have you tried not
Yes.
jumping?
And they've put out a statement, and I quote, "A hotfix has been deployed for this issue, and it should be now resolved. Thank you for your patience." And there was a hotfix for Fenris.
What dungeon was that for? Or just
That
in
was just
general
in
for
general.
hardcore?
Like, if you jump, you disconnect and die.
But that's for hardcore, right?
It was on the new hardcore
Okay.
servers, yes.
So there was a hotfix for Fenris, the Devourer, and Shadowfang Keep. I don't remember there being an issue for him, but I guess there was.
Okay.
And Blizzard has issued a statement, and I quote, "A hotfix has been deployed for this encounter. Should now work as intended."
So here's a question, because maybe I'm just unfamiliar with how this works, but hardcore servers are in PTR right now, right?
Yes.
So the point of PTR is to test the content to make sure it works correctly, right? Mm-hmm. So is it a big deal when there's a weird bug? Because this seems to be like news, but isn't that the whole point of the PTR?
Yeah.
And B, is it big news when they fix the bug? Because that's also the whole point of the PTR.
Yes.
Okay. I just find it weird that
Apparently.
that people care.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're fixing bugs in the PTR.
Yeah. We're sorry that there's bugs in this thing that we use to discover the bugs and iron
Yes.
them out. They've given us a report for their banning of exploitive
I
accounts.
did see that 120,000.
127,014. And all those are just for actions not including bad names or bad language.
Well, they don't ban you for bad names. They just make you change the
Well,
name.
they must because they specified that.
Weird. Maybe repeat offender.
Well, actually, these are actions taken, not bans.
Yes, it does say actions.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I wonder if these actions being taken against bots aren't bans. Like maybe they just send them a sternly worded letter.
Well, someone can. All the actions for cheating and exploitation, which are primarily permanent bans for 6 months or a 6-month suspension.
Because I never noticed the bots much before until I started leveling a character on Benediction, a character who was a minor. And man, it's annoying because I'll be in an area, like I just finished leveling in Tenaris. And Tenaris is like bot central for people mining. And the stretch from...
Tenaris, really?
Yeah. The stretch from being able to start mining mithril to where you can start mining the small thorium veins is so long.
That's why, because of the mithril, right?
Like mithril, I think you can start mining mithril at like 175, and then you can't mine small thorium until 245, which is a ridiculous stretch. And so it's so hard to level when, like, you'll be in an area, and I know where the mithril veins are because I've leveled so many mining characters over the years. Like, I basically have the maps memorized. Like, I know where all the spawns are. And I'll be fighting near a spawn point, and you'll see, like, level 70 to 80 characters all come, and they all take the same path. They all like run towards it and they stop for a second and then they turn and go to the next one. And it's just like a parade. Like every 3 to 4 seconds, there's a new, like, I'm not going to accuse them all of being bots. I'm sure one or two of them are real players. But they'll come the same path. They'll just run up to the vein, turn, run to the next one. Run up to the vein, turn, run to the next one. Run up to the vein, turn, run to the... And it's just a parade of them.
Is it bad in Hinterlands?
Hinterlands is also pretty bad. Tenaris was worse, though. And Ungoro is hilarious. Because thorium, I don't know if you realize this, does not sell. Thorium is worth nothing because there's so much thorium. Once you can mine rich thorium, if you want to go get like 3,000 rich thorium, you can go do that in a day in Ungoro because it spawns constantly.
Yeah.
So the bots, I'm pretty sure they're programmed to ignore the thorium veins. So you'll see them, they'll run and they take their route, and whenever a non-mithril vein spawns instead of mithril, they just hit it and then they turn and... Oh, shoot. Hit my mic stand. They'll like hit it and they'll turn and they'll go and they ignore it. Like I think some of the bots are programmed to ignore the thorium so their bags don't fill up with it.
Right.
So it's funny because it'll reach a point where there's just no mithril up, and you'll see the bots are just running from thorium to thorium vein, not mining it.
That's
hilarious. Like, that's kind of funny, and I'm like, I can't even help them out because I can't mine thorium yet. So I'm just kind of watching these like same like 7 or 8 characters like running around in circles in Ungoro, not mining anything because there's no mithril up. It's really funny.
You can hear that. All right, so more news, patch notes.
Do you want a snack?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
The hardcore PTR will be down from July 13th to July 20th, approximately 7 days.
That is approximately
Wait,
7 days.
what's going to be down?
I thought it was 7 days.
The hardcore PTR. Oh. Well, you'd think so.
Yeah. So now right below that, it says at the same time. So I don't know if that means when they take the PTR down for hardcore or when it comes up on the 20th. So I don't know if at the same time as the 13th or the 20th. I'm going to go with the 20th. But at the same time, they're going to open up a normal classic era PTR realm with level 60 character templates enabled for PvP testing.
Oh, okay.
They will publish a full explainer on the revamped classic era honor system and also host a Brawl with the Blues event on Friday, July 21st at 2 p.m. PDT.
At what day?
Friday, July 21st at 2 p.m. PDT.
And that's a Friday.
Yep.
Pacific time.
More details coming soon.
Brawl with the Blues. So they're testing PvP. Like, are they testing like the duel system, or are they thinking people are actually going to do like battlegrounds and stuff?
I'm not sure. This is more details coming soon.
I just find that I don't know why they're taking their time to test the PvP. Like, are people going to, like, outside of the duels, which is already in, they've already been doing that.
Yeah. Well, this is a normal classic era PTR. It's not the hardcore or anything, so I don't know what they're planning. Maybe there's
like a non-hardcore
Yeah.
classic era. Oh, okay. I thought it was classic era PTR or hardcore PTR. Yeah. Oh, okay. Weird. Did they not have that ironed out yet?
Maybe they're going to do something new.
Maybe. Maybe it's something to do with new like seasonal servers or something. But I mean, if it's just normal classic era, like seriously, they don't have that ironed out yet?
There's more details coming
okay.
soon.
Well, there must be something else to it because
Well, obviously, because they're going to have more details coming soon.
Because they released classic era PvP like almost 2 decades ago. You'd think they'd have that worked out by now, but okay.
Oh, maybe we'll get the Battle of Hillsbrad.
Maybe. You know what? I imagine there's probably more details to come
Soon. They also did some hot fixes on the ears. You can't get the string of ears.
Oh.
You can't start earning them till level 19.
Why not?
I don't know why.
I guess they probably don't want like level 1s like spawning like their friend and just dueling them over and over again to get a bunch of ears.
Yeah. So it used to be level 10. Now it's up to 19. So
I guess that makes sense.
And if you die in the hardcore realm, anything that you have in the mail and in the auctions, in the auction house, will be deleted upon your death.
Ooh.
Which it makes sense. They have to do that because
I think they shouldn't have auction houses or mail to begin with, so I'm kind of fine with that.
Because you can't come back to life to clear it out, so they have to delete it in order to perform the transfer.
Oh,
I would have just assumed that.
Yeah.
Oh, which apparently you can only transfer to classic era realms.
Yes.
I heard, because I was listening, I got that news from another podcast, I think, or a video. I could have sworn they said Wrath era, but maybe they were wrong, or maybe I misheard them. I don't know.
So we can't transfer to like
You
one
can
we're
transfer
already-
to another realm if
Up
you
to
want to play
60.
classic era.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, classic era is fun.
But these realms are done. There's no progression in them.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless they let us transfer to one that they're just going to start over. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure, and again, if I'm wrong, the people on Discord will obviously correct me, but I am pretty sure you can do paid character transfers from Classic Era to Wrath.
yeah, you can clone your character. I don't know if it was a one-time thing.
I think the cloning for, like, the free cloning, I think was a one-time thing, but I'm almost certain that you can do a paid character transfer from a Classic Era to Wrath.
I don't think it was ever a free clone. I think you could.
Yeah. When they opened up Burning Crusade, you could choose to clone your character on the new realm.
No, you can choose to
because
move.
they did that.
You can. Well, from what I read, maybe they changed it at the time. I don't know, but and again, the internet will correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I read, and I didn't do it because I didn't want to spend money, but you can either proceed onto the Burning Crusade realm, or you can choose to stay on the classic realm, or you can do a paid service and clone your character and do both.
Was that paid? I thought you could I thought the cloning was what you could do. I mean, this
No.
was like 2 or 3 years ago, so my memory's fuzzy.
Yeah, I'm a little bit kind of perturbed with that. That's
And I had already quit at that point because
Yeah.
our guild fell apart in Nax.
Yeah.
Although that guild is still going on, so I guess fell apart's probably not the right term, but
yeah.
I left, so clearly that guild has ceased to exist.
So here's the thing, though. That's a big cash grab. Why couldn't they just let us clone it and go Burning Crusade and Classic? Why do they make us pay extra just to have a character? I don't know.
I don't know.
I hated that back then. I'm just revisiting it now. Then there's some bug fixes, so nothing that really affects us, but an issue with the duel to the death, which could prematurely end, declining in a secondary duel request after the primary duel starts.
I don't understand what you just said.
They fixed an issue with a duel to the death where it could be prematurely ended, so I guess before somebody dies,
Oh, okay.
and not start up again. They fixed an issue where the shoot macro was not functioning.
The shoot macro?
Yeah. There's
Like
a
for
bunch
like
of little
for like hunters? This seems
Oh,
unimportant.
actually, this was for wands. This
Oh,
one was
okay.
for-
Oh, yeah, shoot is wands.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second.
Yeah, there's a lot of little bug fixes which people can read. There's nothing here that seems to apply to us.
So the news that I was hoping for, which clearly has not happened yet. So the news that I was hoping for that clearly has not happened yet, because I'm saying that again because Sam punched her microphone.
I didn't mean to.
Is so they haven't announced when the hardcore realms are going live yet.
No.
Like they haven't even given like an estimate. They're not like maybe sometime next year. I don't understand what's taking so long. Like what is it about this that takes so long?
I don't know.
Because people are going to be
Well, they
going
have
to be over it before they even release the realms.
Yeah. They have to iron out the bugs so that you don't disconnect when you jump in CC.
I guess, but why did that even happen to begin? How is that? Like, what about hardcore realms makes jumping while in combat suddenly a problem? Like, where do these bugs come from?
Don't know.
Like,
The outside.
Are they from outside?
I don't know.
It's just such a weird thing. Like, because there have been classic era realms before, but like now that it's hardcore, jumping is a problem. Like, I just don't get it. It's weird.
I agree.
I want the hardcore realms to come out before I've completely lost interest in the idea of doing it. Because like I've been hearing about hardcore for so long. Like people have been playing it on the classic era realms. They've been streaming it. I played some in Season of Mastery. People have been talking about it nonstop for the last couple months, and it's reaching the point where I'm getting tired of hearing about it because I haven't been able to actually do it.
Hey, speaking of our old guild in hardcore, remember our friend from Quebec?
No.
He's bringing up some hardcore characters.
Friend from Quebec.
Oh, yeah.
In the original Poseidon. Actually, he was in that little
Is it
crazy
the M guy?
Yeah,
I don't remember his full name.
I don't
but
remember his
kind
full
of,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about hardcore? He was playing hardcore characters?
he was doing
like
hardcore
back then?
character. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Anyway, that was just a random thought that came into my mind.
Neat. So is there any more news?
No.
No?
Well, they got the new stats that are out.
Like
Which-
the DPS rankings?
Yeah.
Are they new, or was that still the ones from last episode?
Nope. They were the ones that came out after the last episode.
Oh, I wonder. I kind of want to look real quick. I'm sure you've got them there, but I want to
Do you
look
know
on
what I
my
find
No, I
funny?
didn't copy over the stats because we can open that up and just look at the stats. It'd be the first.
DPS, Phase 3 DPS rankings, Week 2. I would like to leave Discord and visit the site. Thank you very much. So, what do we got here?
Plus, my eyes hurt looking at those little pictures.
Was Affliction Warlock in first last week?
Yep.
Were they? I thought Death Knight Unholy was.
Well,
So we
That's
got
so much easier to
Affliction-
read than
we
when
got
you brought it
Affliction
up.
Warlock, Unholy Death Knight, Fire Mage. I feel like those were expected. Frost DK. I'm sure that was expected, but is a
We
surprise
talked
to
about
me.
this last episode.
Feral Druid. I know, I'm just going through it again.
These are the
Assassination and
updates.
Combat Rogue. I feel like they weren't both that high. Where's the highest hunter? The highest hunter is...
still at the bottom.
Survival Hunter is top?
really?
That can't be right. Oh, wait. I was thinking Survival was I was confusing Survival Hunter with Subtlety Rogue. Just briefly in my mind there. And when I saw it that high on the list, I was shocked. But, yeah, okay, that's interesting. Why is there two different lists?
One is trash and one is bosses.
Oh, overall damage and damage to bosses. Which, yeah, I think I made the point last week that there's no trash in Tyler the Grand Crusader, so that's kind of a weird fact that it's different. That doesn't make any sense that it's different. And overall, blah, blah. Very interesting. Cool. So are we done the news?
That was it.
So what do we want to do? What do we
Pause
wanna
for
do
news
next?
outro.
No, we don't do the news outro anymore. It was kind of lame. We got to make a new
Well,
one.
we got to figure out so they know when we've stopped with the news.
We
Well,
are
I just
done the
said we're
news.
done with news, yeah. We said it like out loud with our voices.
Okay, so last week's it was Unholy Death Night.
Don't come out here.
So it was Unholy
On the
Death.
trash,
Oh.
on the bosses, it was Affliction Warlock.
Oh, okay. I think it's the same. I already closed it. I think it's the same this week. Are they both Affliction?
No, Unholy Death Night.
But this week isn't Affliction. I already closed it. Is it top in both?
I don't know. You were looking at it.
I know, and I've already moved on. Hold on just a second. So how about I did find, because we haven't done this in a few weeks, and there's a reason for it at the end of this segment. But this week in Al, which I can't remember if I have an intro for it or not.
I've never seen an intro for it.
I feel like I did. I feel like the first week we did it, I made kind of like a spur of the moment intro for it, and then just didn't actually clip it out and make it a separate thing to add to the other ones. So either there's an intro or there's a not. I don't know. So I did find one. It's been slim pickings. It's been slim pickings on the digging deep into Al. What do we call it? Getting into Al. Although I did see there was one article that was posted that is saying, "Can Al do my job?" We made our own reporter to find out. So this article was digging into whether or not Al could perform the duties of a news reporter. And I read the article, and it turns out, yes, but very poorly.
Well, yeah, you've seen me do the news.
Apparently, I guess, yeah, that does make sense. Apparently, it's due to the fact that you don't have an actual brain, is what the article says.
Huh.
It says due to Al not actually having a brain and not being able to adapt and improvise and stuff like that. So, I mean, I thought that seemed kind of hurtful, but this is Sky News. Is that a British? Sky News is British, right? I feel like Sky
Probably
News
those
is British.
Brits are not pleasant sometimes.
They're very harsh when it comes to their criticisms.
Yeah.
And you sent me something which I didn't realize was an Al thing, but apparently you created a video inputting Henry Cavill into the role of an immortal elf in
Yes,
Lord of the Rings,
in the Silmarillion.
So that was cool. What was your? Are you planning on making a full length film to go along with that, or is it just going to be the clip?
I don't know. Once I've made Henry Cavill as early anything else, I might just sit there and look at Henry Cavill for the rest of the time. I don't need
Just
to make
kind
anything
of
else.
just kind of loop it. I didn't watch it. How long was it?
There's no. It's an image,
Oh, it's just an image.
so it's as long as you
see,
make
like
it.
it was linked. It was like it was set up that it looked like it was supposed to be a video clip.
Henry Cavill with pointy ears is kind of hot. Just saying.
Does he
haven't
shave or
seen
does he
it.
have the stubble? Because I feel like
Shave.
elves don't
Shave.
usually have
Shaven.
stubble. Do elves grow beards? Can elves grow beards?
If they grow beards, it detracts from their height, and they become dwarfs.
Does it?
Yeah.
Weird.
So like the hair comes out
So is a dwarf just a bearded elf?
a short bearded elf.
Because I don't think I've ever seen like a Tolkien elf with a beard. Is that like a style choice, or can they just not grow them? Like I'm wondering now. I'm thinking about that.
Well, because they live so long, and we see them when they're young, so they haven't quite gone through puberty yet, so they can't grow the
They're like
facial hair.
100 million years old.
What about the ones like what about Elrond? He was old.
Well, he has to shave, clearly.
Does he?
You've seen the broken shards of...
Do they bring like their shaving kits with them? Because he was over fighting that war for a while.
Yeah.
Like that was a multi-day thing. Like does it take them longer to get that 5 o'clock shadow?
They're magic.
Is it like a 5-month
Elves
shadow?
elves only grow hair in 2 places. That's it.
Okay. Simply answering their magic is way too easy. You have to actually debate the specifics of it, Sam. Because I could say about Lord of the Rings anything, it's magic. And then it's then end of conversation. So end of conversation. Thanks a lot, Sam.
You're welcome.
And the last thing I found for this week in Al, it's actually kind of a sad thing. There was a news report saying that the novelty of Al is wearing off, and people are starting to not care.
Yeah.
I started to not care about Al.
Yeah.
So
It did start to become pretty evident.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
like we didn't even remember to include it in our episodes for the last few weeks. Like even we started to not care.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know if this is going to be a segment going forward because there's been less
It'll probably
news.
pick back up in the fall. Just because now that summer's here, when people think of novelty, they're thinking of ice creams.
Are they?
So,
I want ice cream.
yeah, see?
Do you?
So,
I
I
always
mean,
want ice cream.
yeah.
Don't forget to take your butt pills.
I was totally going to say something. So, yeah, when novelty is no longer an ice cream thing, then maybe the novelty, nah, you know what? I don't care.
I don't even get the link between novelty and ice cream. Is it like a brand?
No.
It's just a thing.
I don't know how to explain. Let me define novelty in relation to ice cream.
Can you type like a whole question like that into Google? Will it do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah?
Like, will it link them?
Ice cream novelties are typically single-serve items bought from vendors for immediate consumption. Come in a variety of shapes, sizes, colors, flavors, etc. So a novelty is a single-serve ice cream.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Me neither.
Really?
No.
Wow.
I don't buy a lot of ice cream, but
That's been a thing since the beginning of time. It just surprises me that you've never heard of it before.
since the beginning of time,
Yeah.
or since the beginning of vendors on the street selling ice cream.
No. They invented it before they invented the actual ice cream.
Now
They invented the definition of novelty before they actually invented the novelty.
So they say to be consumed immediately. If you buy ice cream off of a street vendor, isn't it always to be consumed immediately? Like if you wait, it's going to melt.
Yes.
Like I don't go to like one of those guys with the bike that sells ice cream out of their bike and buy ice cream and be like, I'm going to really enjoy this in 3 hours.
Well,
it's not going to exist anymore in 3 hours. I get it to consume it immediately.
You can go to Costco and get their mega sandwiches, which is a big box of the novelties.
Don't we get those when we do the LAN parties?
Yeah.
Like the big boxes of sandwiches?
But you bring them home and you
Not ice
put them in your freezer. You do not consume that whole box of novelties immediately.
I would.
Costco
You
is
will
not
feel
a,
bad. I
Costco is
can't
not a
do
street
it, so I
vendor,
don't think
though.
you could.
Not a street vendor.
Is it just sandwiches or is there like bars and stuff too in it?
Yeah. No, it's just bars. Ice
Got a
cream
stick.
novelties are typically single-serve items bought from vendors for immediate consumption. Didn't say street.
Costco's not a
I just
vendor.
assume street vendor.
Yes, they are.
Yes, it is.
It's a grocery
It sells things.
All grocery stores are
You
vendors.
need to go to Costco.
Okay. That's just, yeah. Okay.
See, when you said street vendor, I didn't blink twice, but it's not even actually in there.
How many times did you blink?
Twice.
You said you didn't blink twice.
I lied.
Did you blink once? 3 times? 8 times?
No, twice. I just forgot to count.
Did you know that asymmetrical blinking is a sign of dishonesty?
What's asymmetrical blinking?
When you kind of blink in a weird...
Wait,
Do you know who did that?
Who?
Your old doctor, and it freaked me
Oh,
out.
no, that was like a medical condition.
Oh.
Did you
Okay,
say-
now I feel bad for saying something.
Did you say asymmetrical or symmetrical?
Symmetrical, eh? Asymmetrical, like non-symmetrical. Like, you know what asymmetrical means. Yeah, it's a sign of... I watch a lot of interrogations on YouTube because I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, they have some new key
And they
TV
point
shows.
out all the signs of dishonesty. And I feel like I'm becoming a better liar.
I've never known you to lie.
It's because I'm good at it. So do we want to move on from This Week in Al? Maybe permanently, we don't know.
Yeah, novelties.
We'll see
off.
if
You left me too long out in the sun. I melted.
yeah.
Oh, if only.
So the bulk, we don't have a main topic for this week, but I made a little list of topics.
I know. I've read all of them, but I don't get... Oh, it says actual. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I couldn't read it upside
I made
down.
it. I wrote it legibly this week. I wrote it
No,
in a
you
way.
didn't.
Oh, come on. That's one of the neatest handwriting jobs I've ever done.
You're not wrong with
You
that.
were able to read it.
Took me
What
a
does
minute.
what does the top thing on the list say?
Well, I can't read it that way.
What do
You
you mean
spelled
can't
topic
read
wrong.
that? No, I just put an S on
Sam
the end.
back to Hunter.
Topics.
You missed some words in that sentence.
It's shorthand.
I talked too loud.
It's a point note. You don't put all the words.
It's shorthand. You don't need. I didn't want to write everything I have to say about it. I only have one sheet of. Well, I have a whole stack of paper, but I didn't want to overdo it.
Some of
Yeah.
them have written. Some, I don't know what I was saying.
If you
Last week's agenda.
If you put all the words into a point,
It's a sentence.
Can you
Is
fit?
that what you're going to say?
Can you fit
Yes.
all of the words into a single point?
no, then it becomes a sentence.
So, Sam, have you been playing your hunter again?
I have been.
Have you been having fun with your hunter?
Yeah, you set up my new bar.
You've been learning new tricks.
But
what did
it's-
you learn how to do?
But the thing is,
I do tricks.
set up my bar, but I've been doing low B quests, so I one-shot everything.
Yeah, but what's the one? Because we're learning new tricks, right? On the hunter, we're learning how to do cool things.
It's the drop my trap and then jump back.
Yeah, the disengage.
I don't know what the word was. Was it
So
disengage?
I was showing her how, because you know how hunters have traps, right? And they've got the explosive trap, which is part of their DPS rotation, and it's a pain in the butt to go in there and drop the trap and then run back so you can hit the thing because hunters can't fire with their bow at point blank range. How long was that not recording for?
I just noticed, so I don't know.
Okay, well that's going to be a pain in the butt. So
Where were we?
we were talking about your trap and then disengage. So hunters can't shoot at point blank, despite the fact that they get a bonus for it in D&D. They actually aren't even allowed to do it in WoW. So I was showing her how you run in, with your fingers. See, the fingers are, say this is Sam running in, right? She runs in,
Faster than
she
that.
squats and drops the trap.
You're finger tutting.
Yes. And then she hits disengage and she goes whoop, right back to where she can shoot again.
How
It's
come you
instant.
can tap the table and we can't?
Because I'm doing a visual representation,
I can tap the table.
Okay.
we all can tap the table.
Did you know that was finger tutting?
I don't know what that means. What's a finger tap?
What you were just doing?
Walking with your fingers?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Didn't know that was a thing.
I found out yesterday.
So you learned how to do that, and that might help your hunter DPS.
But I
We
haven't
got your
actually
bars-
physically done it.
We got your bars set up. Well, yeah, because we keep saying we were going to do some dungeons and stuff, but then you wanted to work on your lobby quests, and I was leveling my warrior, so I was like, okay, whatever, we'll just do them later. But that was fun.
There's so many more quests to do for Lore Master in Alliance.
What?
I put in define finger tut and it says showing results for define finger hut. I'm like, okay, maybe I got it wrong, so I read what it was,
What's a
but no,
finger
they're not
hut?
the same thing. Because a
So
finger
one
hut,
mil?
noun, a colloquialism meaning vagina.
Really? Nobody says that.
Sam, can I see your finger hut? Okay, so let's just quick. This says no. Define finger tut.
Who invited him?
You did, I think.
Oh, there's tutting tutorials. How to tut, finger tut, digits, beginners.
Are we still talking about a vagina?
No, finger tutting hand dance. What is finger tutting? Discover videos.
Oh, the internet.
Anyways, there is more quests to do for Lore Master and Alliance than there was for Horde.
Like more overall?
Yeah.
But you're finding it super easy to do.
Somebody's having a big sale on their online course, tutting dance style.
Like with like finger dancing?
Yeah.
There's an online course?
Yeah, tutting.
And they charge money for it?
9 different ways of dance soon.
Wow.
Finger tut dancing. This is a business.
I feel like
We got to get into finger
people
tutting.
have way too much time on their hands.
Bear. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, I can do it.
Can you though? Because I feel like no one's going to pay to see that. People might even pay not to see that.
Oh, I'm crying now. Can't believe someone has dance classes for finger tutting.
I can't either, and I still choose to believe they don't. That can't.
does
That's not allowed to be real.
Does that is that red thing typically up on there, or is that a
Yes.
message? Okay. Is that the same as the light on my phone
That
that
is,
we're all
yeah,
pointing
that
at?
is that is the time that it has been recording for. Do you have anything else to say about your hunter? Do you feel like you like your hunter better than your priest?
Yes.
Do you just not like the responsibility of healing?
Well, I think yes.
You think yes? Have you been doing so? So you've been reworking on the lore master. So what's going on with the lore master?
I'm doing quests.
Oh, I know that, but like I'm trying to open the door for you to talk about it. Did you by any chance
What?
notice that because you were done the Eastern Kingdoms, you still got credit for everything you had done?
Oh, yeah.
But maybe like in Kalimdor where you
I
weren't
lost
done it, you lost progress.
yeah, you already said it, so why do I have to say it?
Well, because I was giving you an opening to talk about it, but you're just like, yeah, there were quests. Did you notice, like, were there any zones in, like, Northrend that you finished? Like, did you keep getting credit for finishing zones, even though some of the quests were
but
different?
for like
or did they,
Ice
like, all
Crown,
reset?
it reset down.
So you weren't done Ice Crown?
Wasn't down Ice Crown, so I lost quests there.
Oh, did it put our ice? Oh,
So I guess you knew that because you were complaining about
yeah.
Shadow Vault
I
and Death's Rise
wasn't
and stuff.
thinking of it from the
Lore
lore
Master.
master point of view.
But think of all the extra gold. You just redo all the quests in Ice Crown, you get a bunch of more gold
And emblems.
and
I
emblems.
hate Ice Crown.
I know. It's a fun
Ice Crown
zone. I
loves
like
you.
it.
Everything there wants to eat you.
So I I did notice another thing from transferring over.
Totally stopped from going too far on that one.
I brought over like hundreds of stacks of Serenite ore when I transferred over. It's worth so little. Well, because I got it. It was just a side effect of trying to farm the titanium, right? And I didn't do the thing the bots do. I didn't just run around in circles not mining anything because there was no titanium up. I stopped and I mined all the Serenite, try and trigger more titanium spawns. And I got some, but the titanium that I get, I've been selling it for like 12 gold a stack. Which I guess adds up when you have like all of your bags and bank bags full of it. Like there was a lot of it. So I've made some gold off of it, but it's just not a lot. It's kind of worthless.
Now, is the Serenite not needed for Jeeves? I guess everybody's made their Jeeves.
You
Jeeves.
don't need thousands of them.
I guess everybody's made their Jeeves already.
What is
'cause
that?
It's a really fancy repair bot. I guess it's reusable.
It's a butler, which you can bring around. Yeah.
It's a butler.
Yes, Jeeves is reusable. You can use it like once every now and then.
Once every so often. Kind of like the wormhole.
Yeah.
Engineering stuff. I still haven't leveled my engineering. I don't know why I hate engineering so much.
Ask Squab
Then why
about
did you
leveling
take it?
engineering.
Oh, I know how. I just can't bring myself to do it because I don't like it.
Well, when I caught up with him, he was trying to finish it off, and he was doing it in Borean Tundra or Howling Fjord. He's leveling it up in Howling Fjord,
Okay.
and then he had to change tunes and stuff. I said, why don't you just do it in Dalaran. He goes, no, there's no engineering trainer in Dalaran. That's what the internet told me. So he's there.
Is there not?
There is.
Oh, okay.
So I had to show him.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure like there's trainers for everything in Dalaran.
Yeah. So there's the auction house, and then he goes, yeah, and there's a bank in there too. And I was like, no, there isn't. He goes, yeah, right behind you. That little stack has got the bag, and that's a bank. He was turning it around on me. He's making a joke, and I'm sitting here trying to click on the bag.
I do wish that I had engineering because you can use an auction house in Dalaran.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I should just do it, but I don't know. I don't want to drop jewel crafting on my main.
Well, what else do you have on your main?
Enchanting. I don't want to drop either of them.
Yeah, you've actually got good enchants.
Yeah, like I've got a lot of enchants. I've got a lot of the jewel crafting recipes, like the new ones and stuff. It's just like I get that engineering is it's a DPS increase and it opens up the auction house in Dalaran, but it's so hard for me to get my head around dropping one of my other professions because I like them.
This is your raider you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
See, I thought you had to have engineering to be a raider.
You don't have to. Nobody has to do anything. Like,
I was told you're not a true raider unless you have engineering.
so would you say
By
I'm
who?
more of a casual raider?
Sure.
No.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have engineering. You need if you get engineering, then I'm going to say that you have typically.
He's planning our
Typically.
vacation around
I'm not
raiding.
planning our vacation around raiding. I'm saying that ideally I would like to have 2 hours on a Saturday evening to do the raid once a week.
But what if I have plans for
On
us
Saturday
as a family
evening
to do things?
at 8
Not
p.m. on a
five
Saturday?
of us. 5 of us are never in the same house. Technically, there's still only 4,
Yeah.
but he will be back, I think.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Oh, he's not even home during our vacation, so it'll still just be the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm saying is once you take up engineering, then I can call you a hardcore raider.
I did finally crack and buy a Dark Moon card greatness though.
I was reading that.
So hardcore.
No, everybody has those. Like
Yeah,
literally everybody has them.
they're item level 200.
They're not cheap, but like they're still, for some reason, they're still the best trinket. And I've been for so long, I've been like, nope, I'm not buying one because there's no way it's the best. It's just, there's no way. And then I ran the sim on it, and it's like 200 DPS better than the one I'm using. And I'm like, oh.
Is that something I need?
Well, the hunter version's good too.
Okay. Well,
The agility. You want the Dark Moon card greatness,
the agility
agility.
Oh.
Don't accidentally buy the wrong one.
Yeah, you
because I was
gotta-
scrolling down the list because they're all called Dark Moon card greatness.
You
So I'm
gotta look at the
scrolling down,
subtext.
and I get to the first one on the list in the auction house, and I'm like, wow, only 1,500 gold. Sweet. So I click on it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'll
Spellcasting.
look at this first, and it's the spirit one. And it's like, why would anybody want that?
Well, they don't. That's why it's
Did you
1,500.
not put it back up?
No, I didn't buy it.
But if you accidentally buy it,
I could have tried to resell it, but I'm kind of curious if anyone actually buys those.
Just people who don't read the subtext.
how much is the agility one?
Oh,
Because I'm pretty sure my
Probably
trinkets
about-
are only green.
Yeah,
Are still
it's
green.
similar in price to the strength one, about 5 to 6K,
Oh,
which you have, and your trinkets
that is
are
all of my
terrible.
money.
We'll make more. It's easy to make more. Please stop doing that.
What?
Because it shows
it
up
makes
on
noise.
You could just use some of the emblems you get out of Northrend or anywhere else you get emblems, and you can get trinkets there. But it's an easy one to get, unless trying to decide what I want to do on my alts as well.
For professions?
Yeah, because
Or for
I'm
gear?
looking at.
Because that's my next thing on my list was I'm leveling my alt. Are you leveling alts as well? Should we talk about alts?
Well, I think I might have to. I mean, I have nothing else to do. So, I have some alts, which I still have to make gear for my druid because I went back to the hybrid, and all I had was casting gear.
For your druid?
Yeah,
Were you healing on him?
I was setting him up for that,
Oh, okay.
but no, I don't want to heal. I just,
Nobody wants to heal. Everyone hates healing.
well, I didn't realize that Sam was dropping the healing at that point. But I just went back to Pharaoh, the one that's a hybrid, so he's a pretty good tank and a pretty good DPS.
Because you never see druid tanks in Wrath. I don't know if they're just not as good or if they're just not popular, but I don't think I've seen a druid tank.
Yeah.
I definitely haven't seen a druid tank in a raid. I can't remember the last time I saw a druid tank in a 5-man. Like it's been forever. Like you never see druid tanks anymore.
Yeah, the combo is good as a good dungeon runner or an off tank for a raid.
I don't even see them in dungeons though.
Yeah.
Like they're just so rare. It's bizarre. But yeah. So what are you going to level as an alt if you're going to make an alt?
I was actually looking this morning. Do you want me to talk about it, or do you want me to do?
Well, I was going to talk about leveling my alt. So if we're talking about leveling alts, let's talk about leveling alts. We can talk about yours. I'll talk about mine. I don't know if Sam has any interest in leveling an alt. No.
I forget what I was looking at this morning.
Because did you enjoy playing your warlock on the other server, or did you hate the warlock? I can't remember.
I'm not a big warlock fan.
I feel like a lot of people aren't.
Maybe paladin, which I've already got started.
I've been seeing so many paladins level.
Yeah.
How many
Well,
do you
what
have?
is there?
Just the 2 or 3. I don't know. What is there?
What is there?
Mage?
There is mages.
Mage. I think I
Mages
was
are
looking at
good, and
mage.
people say that mage is a fun class. I can't seem to get my head around it. But like mage is a popular class.
Yeah, I was looking at a mage. That's the one I was looking at.
And they're good.
I have a mage.
An arcane mage.
A who?
No, because I want to be special and I want my ret buff to be useful. So no arcane mages.
Oh. I thought arcane would be the least useful of all the mages.
Well, like for raiding, Frost is definitely the least
I'm not a
useful.
raider.
Just playing in general.
Well,
Even
okay,
dungeons. Like the only
so-
thing Frost is good for is like farming.
So this is what
PvP.
I've been told. Oh, well, we can wait to my spot.
What spot?
You got me on your
Well, I
thing.
do. Because I
But
didn't
for
know what you
alts-
were going to talk about, so I just put one of the headings is whatever Al does. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, so for alts, I would do anything. I would even do another warrior because I kind of like them for leveling.
Warrior is fun because I've been leveling my warrior, and warrior was my first ever class that I played in WoW.
Shaman was mine,
I
and I'm
do
kind of
like
sad.
warrior. We'll play your shaman more.
They're not the same.
Well, no, they're not. But all you have to do is like just adjust to the changes.
I cannot seem to. Well, I don't have the gear. Well, we'll get to that in my
Run the H plus 5 mans, the H double plus 5 mans.
the last one I ran was enough to put me over the edge of not wanting to ever play again.
Oh, but
I
they're
did
fun.
one.
So when I was playing my shaman, and this is just the day after somebody asked if my shaman was AFK.
You?
No.
No, it was a stranger. Having a friend, a friend, just kind of start doing the whole "you suck" kind of stuff. It was enough. It brought back the reason. So Spell Skull, I mentioned this before. It brought that all
Did
right
I
back
miss
to the
something?
forefront. Well, probably.
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh,
Probably.
what the hell? Thank you. So yeah, I brought all that back to the forefront, and so my shaman, I'm not doing the rotation properly, I suppose, because it's now spell enhancement, and
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't
it's
know.
It's not an easy rotation, but it can be a fun class to play.
Yeah. See, I liked it better when I had like slow weapons and agility. Now I have to balance agility and int and spell power, and use a dagger or a fast weapon. It's not the shaman that I leveled before and used.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
just a different approach to playing enhancement because there's so many opportunities to throw spell damage into your rotation. You're not just sitting there auto attacking with like Wind Fury on.
Yeah.
You've got like your totems and your lightnings and your shocks and all kinds of
Well,
stuff.
I've been
that you can
using
throw
totems
in.
and
Like,
lightning.
Yeah, but like there's a whole different like spell power aspect to it that makes it so much more powerful.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm just thinking if there weren't so many pricks out there that
Well,
just the
it's
casual player can go in and play casually. And I'm not talking about not improving, but letting them travel that frickin' road to get there.
Yeah, but like some of it's constructive criticism too.
I like constructive criticism.
But
And
like,
it's one of the reasons why I wanted to dungeon with friends. I can take constructive criticism.
yeah.
I
Well, I
cannot.
just
But-
I
but-
feel like that's part of what you're complaining about now, though.
No, there was no criticism. There was, come on, Al. Come on, Al.
Yeah,
Come on, Al.
You got to keep
Come
in
Someone
on,
you
mind.
knew?
Yes.
You got to keep in mind that you put out that personality of I don't even know how to describe it.
Sarcasm?
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
You put forward, well, it kind of is, though.
No,
like,
'cause
people are trying to have fun with you.
When you guys didn't know I was listening, I was there. He says, if you can't take it out, or if you can't take it, he shouldn't have. It
Can't
wasn't the
take
same
it out.
thing.
That's something different.
Yeah, no. No, it wasn't the same thing.
But that's the intent, though. The intent is to try and have fun with it, and
Well, I wasn't having fun at that point.
it was the same thing with my paladin. When I had my crappy geared paladin, I was doing bad. People were making fun of me. I knew I was doing bad.
I don't care if people make fun of me.
Well,
It's when you go from humor to cruelty.
I don't know.
That's
I
the
wasn't
difference.
seeing the cruelty necessarily.
Yeah.
Can someone explain to me this later if you don't want to say it?
It's just completely possible that there was a
You
lot
could have
going
been
on.
tired. You could
No,
have
I was
just
tired. I was
Yeah.
tired.
been
I was probably
irritable.
overly sensitive. And
I
even
think-
the next day, I went in and did Violet Hold with my rogue. And, same guy was there.
People were complimenting you on your rogue.
Well, yeah, because he's got some good gear. I was pulling up I pulled up DPS I didn't think I had in me with my rogues. That was pretty cool. But I think I even said right then, I said, I don't know, I think I've just been really crabby lately. And he's like, yeah, where's the fun-loving owl that we all grew to love?
See, and that's what people listen to this, and they hear the banter, and they hear your personality,
Yeah.
and then they don't always realize that as soon as you start to criticize your DPS, your personality shifts. Because it all goes back to Spell Skull for some reason.
Yeah, you know what it is. So
That
yeah,
was like 10
I'm gonna.
years ago. Al. Like,
I ain't over it yet, man.
like people are trying to have fun with you. Like
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to tear you down. It's a game. We're trying to and honestly, you haven't figured out the shaman yet. It's just a matter of learning to play it better. It's a complicated class to play.
Yeah,
Like I logged
Never
on
was
my
before.
shaman. Like I was playing my shaman in raids for a bit in phase 1 and then early Alduar, and I was starting to learn how to play it a bit, and I was starting to do well. I pulled my shaman into a 5-man the other day, and it's hard to my DPS wasn't good because it's hard to get back into that. It's a tough class to play.
Yeah.
It's a weird rotation, and there's a lot of reaction to it. And yeah, sometimes it just doesn't. Sometimes you miss a step, and you go from doing 8k DPS in one encounter, and then the next encounter you do 1k, and it looks like you're not even doing anything because you've missed a step somewhere. You messed something up. You forget to put your flame tongue back on. You drop your fire totem in the wrong spot. There's so much stuff that can go wrong,
yeah.
and
Well,
it should be okay to be whoa, you AFK that fight, Al? Because, yeah, sometimes people mess up. It's a 5-man. Nobody really cares.
So in this particular one, it was the Calling Strathome.
Yeah.
All right, and Bob was running back and forth and dragging things stop! I'm gonna place my totems. I can't drop my totems.
You can't in that fight.
Yeah,
Because
so, I
you're
mean-
kiting those big ones around.
Yeah, and I was saving the dogs for something important, and I couldn't get a spot where I could. Yeah, so maybe
Well, I was one of the first ones that I pulled my shaman in that I was doing. It was Halls of Stone, right? And that's one of the ones where you got to keep moving. And I think this was either the first or second dungeon that I'd played on my shaman since transferring him over. And there was one point where we're doing the first little kind of loop, and the goal was to leave a pack up so we had something to fight before we go into the boss room. And the pack right before that, I popped my wolves, and I hadn't switched them back to passive yet, and they went and attacked that
They
pat.
come out so angry.
And I was playing with Bob, and he was like, "Oh, that's a major fail on you." I was like, yeah, that was kind of a stupid thing to do.
Yeah,
but
so-
we worked it out. And we still won the dungeon, but I was like, okay, I know to fix my dogs now because stupid dogs.
Yeah.
It's
So
fun when you're like just out questing because your dogs kind of lead the way. But
Yes,
it can be a giant
exactly.
pain in the butt in dungeons.
So okay, first of all, disclaimer. Bob, I know I was sensitive.
Oh, so
And-
that's who you were talking about?
Yeah. Bob, I know I was sensitive. I'm not dragging you down here. I'm explaining what was on my mind.
I don't need
All
another
good.
one.
We're bros. We're
Can't
friends.
drink yours.
Anyway, so yeah, the dogs. So that's what I said when I think we might have been running Gundrak. I said, "Oh, my dogs pulled the next pack. I just kind of leave them on angry." And Bob's like, "Well, that's kind of dumb." It's the same. It's the same
not-
thing.
Yeah, it's not helpful.
No,
It's
But-
fun. It's fun when you're soloing, but it's really not helpful.
Well,
Oh,
then
with
that's
my
just
dog,
it.
I just always know. I just send them in at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So I had been on my own this whole time, and now I'm finally running dungeons with you folks. And I didn't realize that they always come out angry. I didn't realize that I had a pet bar because it was over here. I'm used to the pet bar being over here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there is a pet bar here. And look, they're unaggressive. I can change it.
Yeah, you got to change it to
And then I just
defensive
didn't even
or
think-
defensive even.
I didn't even think that they come out defensive. So your pets, when you first get your pet, they come in defensive, don't they? When
I don't know. I don't remember.
When I
don't
summon
really
my
play
pet,
hunters.
I have to send it in every time.
yeah, when I summon my pets, they're aggressive. But
Yeah, the wolves are they're good for bosses because they can't cause any trouble.
yeah, and I have a hard time because as soon as they come out, if they come out and attack and I hit defensive, they're like, oh, sorry, and then they'll slink back. No, go and attack. Just don't attack the next pack.
Yeah, it's what you can do, and what I have Sam's pet set up to do is I am pretty sure it will work with the wolves because it works with the hunter pets. But you can macro in pet attack, like you can put them on passive or defensive, and then you can macro in pet attack into your attacks because it's a non-global cooldown.
Yeah.
So if you like, I know for my bar, for my UI, all of my attacks are macros that have the attacks in them. And I pop anything that I can put in there that I want to use on cooldown that's not on a global cooldown. I just macro it into every attack. So, like with my paladin, it's not as noticeable because it's all like minor buffs and stuff like Hand of Reckoning and stuff. I've got them all macroed in. With Sam's bar, I have like pet assist and attack, or I guess
Kill
it's pet
command.
attack target. I don't remember what the exact command is. But I have like her pet attack macroed into all her shots. I've got like
Kill
kill
command.
command macroed into all her shots. I've got anything that's not on a global cooldown. The silencing shot, I can't remember. There's one of your shots
Kill
that does
command
do
and
some
silencing shot was
is it
on the same
silencing
one.
shots. Yeah, because I know the shots. There's a shot that she has. I think it's silencing that does do damage, but it's not on the global cooldown. So you just macro that in with all the shots. I'm pretty sure with a shaman, you can do that with your pet commands as well. And I'm trying to think what else you have that's not on a global cooldown. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I tried to make a macro that would use shamanistic rage automatically with attacks, and then I was like, oh shoot, that's on the global cooldown, it won't work. Because I always forget to hit that on cooldown. But yeah. Macros are fun.
Yeah, so we were talking about alts. So, yeah, I might do a mage, might do a warrior. I was looking at the hunter, and I don't know if I want to do a hunter. If I did a hunter, I would have to, at the
fine.
very least. I have a couple of them. I would have to, at the very least, roll a horde tune and get them up to a point so I can have Eshiaki.
Oh.
Do you not already have a horde tune with that? Oh, not on this server.
Yeah.
Well, that's like level 12 or 13 or something. That'll take you like
Yeah.
an afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you have to transfer it.
No, you need a horde tune to summon Eshiaki. So I would just leave them there.
Or just go and
Oh.
wait for someone to do the quest and steal their mob.
Well,
Or better
can't-
yet, wait for make a night elf, right? Make a night elf hunter and go shadow meld beside where the Ichiaki quest is, right? Wait for a little horde character to wander over and start the quest. And as soon as they summon it, just kill the horde character and then and then take their Ichiaki.
That'd have to be a higher level because I would be.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm
would
doing
be-
this with the assumption that you're level 80 for some reason.
Yeah, I would be a horde character, or I'd be a hunter character with no pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just have a pet up until a certain point.
Yeah, just use another pet, and then once you're like level 30 or 40, or at some point that you can like easily like one or two shot a level 12, and then just be that would be hilarious. Like that would be hilarious to like video capture that. I think that would be funny. That's something I would watch.
Now you got me wanting to do that. Warlock.
Do it. There's no reason not to.
I don't know.
Warlocks, everybody I've heard of that plays Warlocks seems to hate playing their Warlock. I don't know why people hate Warlocks. I mean, I don't like Warlocks, but I've never
Are
really played one
warlocks
past
the ones
like level
that
30.
can summon and like
Yeah.
portals?
Yes. Not portals, summon.
Oh, then it's mage that
Mage
portals.
does the
Mage
portals.
does poor. Yeah.
So do druids, apparently. I always forget druids exist. So what other classes are we missing? Mage, warlock, warrior, hunter, paladin, shaman, rogue.
That's it.
There's got to be another one. Priest. Is there one I'm missing? Druid.
Death Knight.
Death Knight, right. Yeah, you start at 55. 51, 52.
I
You
did
start
not
at some level.
I think you come out at
enjoy
55.
that.
You didn't like the... I
Death Knight.
don't think you wanted to learn how to play it.
Maybe.
I mean, because you got to factor in the runes and stuff, and it can be kind of annoying. You got like your weapon enchant stuff. When did Demon Hunter come in?
Maybe I can just change what my shaman is. No. Demon Hunter is far, far in the future.
What's a demon hunter?
It's a class that's far, far in the future. I never actually played one.
Yeah,
I
we've
know it
covered them all.
exists.
We've covered
What's the
Um,
panda one?
Mists of Pandera. Oh, Monk. Monk is the new class in Pandaland. Which I never liked.
But
I never
that's
liked
like you
WoW's
can
take on
only-
monks.
That's like not retail, but that's not Wrath.
That's
right?
after. That's the expansion after Cataclysm. You said you don't want to heal, so you probably don't want to do Resto Shaman, but Resto Shaman.
Do a priest.
I did Resto
Shadow Hunter.
Shaman.
What's a shadow hunter?
Shadow Hunter. Oh, is that what I'm thinking? Is it Shadow Hunter, not Demon Hunter?
Oh, no, it's Demon Hunter. That's why I didn't fill it.
Oh, okay. Because I know Diablo has a class too, but it might also be Demon Hunter. But yeah, I mained a Resto Shaman for a while, and they are really good. Especially in like this expansion and forward where you have stuff like Earth Shield and stuff like that. It's a good class. Riptide, whatever that mana regen thing is you have.
I liked that show growing up.
What show?
Riptide.
Oh, I didn't know that was a show. Elemental Shaman is not as good, but like simpler.
Yeah.
Completely different gear, sort of.
Demon Hunter came out in Warcraft 3.
Is there not a
didn't know
WoW class? A demon?
There
hunter?
is.
Okay. Was that like Legion or something? When did that come
It's
out?
gotta be. It's the one where the demons were coming back.
Is that Legion?
Was there one called Legion?
There was an expansion called Legion.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's Legion because it makes more sense. Yep, Legion.
Everything was green with Legion. Legion was the green expansion.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Everything was just green.
It's because it fell.
Yeah, the fell greenness. You know, everything's green.
What?
Messing with
I
your mic
stopped
stand again.
myself.
Okay. Because when I was like the whole like last 20 minutes of last episode,
I was just too
when I was
fidgety.
talking about like the Sims and stuff, all I could hear was you fidgeting with your mic stand and you and Al whispering and giggling to each other. So
Sorry, sometimes I get bored and I need to fidget.
yeah, I've noticed. So I was raiding. This is another thing I've got because I was excited about this. You know how last week I was complaining that I never get raid loot. So I was doing my raid this last week and I got an actual best in slot item. It was a ring.
He was so excited he woke me. That was a really bad high five.
Was it a one? That's what you say last time you gave me the high five. I don't think he gives good. You do not give good high
I
fives.
fully extended, and it's on you at that point to make contact. Because when I'm like
No,
this,
a high five is a slap. It comes from both of us.
I know, but I went up for the high five, and then you slapped my hand. I'm like this. I can't. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm going to throw my.
Oh, what? You moved.
See, that's what you do. You got to.
You weren't fully
The person
extended.
initiating the high five extends,
Yeah,
and then the
but-
person giving the high
But
five
look,
slaps.
I'm fully extended.
Like, I go
I'm
like
still
this.
a foot away from you.
Well, then that seems
But then,
like a
but
that's
then-
a logistics
But
problem.
you know my back.
Yeah, I've
Stay
I've
off
bad
of it.
back too. Sam,
What?
So
sounded like a dirty comment.
yeah.
But yeah, it was a sweet ring. Like it's like
Oh yeah. So was it the
it's
one
the
ring?
heroic. It's the heroic ring. It's got a gem slot in it.
You wanted
Nice.
something else,
No
though.
expertise. Well, I wanted the big axe,
Yeah.
but like that goes to like everybody else except for me because apparently Rat Paladin gets like everything last
There's probably like
because
100
they got to give it to they got to give it
paladins.
to the Death Knights first, and
Oh.
then they've got to give it to the warriors, and then I think they give a couple to like priests to disenchant, and then they give one to a Rat Paladin.
Why did they disenchant it first?
That's just how it works. I
I
don't know.
think that was thrown in there as sarcasm, or did they actually give it to one when you wanted it?
No. It's just I'm pretty sure that's how loot prior like the shards are above Red Paladin on the loot
Are
priority.
you like at the bottom?
Yes.
Then why did you pick a Ret Paladin?
Because I enjoy playing it. I'm playing what I enjoy. And what I am at this point the only class I am good at.
I am now playing something I enjoy.
That's good. Is it games on your phone or are you talking about WoW?
Yes.
What's next?
Are you talking about your hunter, Sam?
Yes.
Yes, I know. You liked your hunter better. You had a good run there as the priest, but
Yeah, I think I need to actually talk to the person who said, "Oh, ask me whatever question you want. I can help you with it." And I just never because I stopped
remember who that was.
playing it.
oh, that reminds me. We have questions in Discord that we should probably address. Unless,
Well, we didn't get to me.
didn't we? I thought that was you when you were talking about what class you were going to play.
Well, we were
and,
talking
like,
about
your
alts.
dungeon
Yeah, and then
stuff.
he wants to talk about what he wants
well,
to
what
do
else?
next.
What else do you have to say?
Well, okay, so
I just thought we transferred in. I thought we transitioned into that. I didn't know
Yeah.
you had more.
back in the day of Classic WoW,
Which day would that be?
levels 1 to 60,
Oh, okay. So like vanilla classic.
yes, I was able to get into a guild and do raids.
Yes,
Now,
we were there with you. I remember that.
for most
Was
of
I?
it,
Yeah.
for most of it, and then you both stopped playing at the end. But then I stopped playing shortly after that.
It's because things started to suck.
Yes.
Oh,
So now skipping TBC because we pretty much skipped TBC.
Yeah, I didn't play any of it.
We ended up in WOTLK.
I was like, "What is that?" But gotcha.
So apparently I've been informed, unless I can devote every single said time frame of every single week within a 96 to 97 percentile at least, I will never be able to raid.
That's not true.
What does that even
So-
mean?
And I don't have the money for a GDKP.
There are casual guilds.
But I have never raided, so I don't have the achievement. I don't know the fights. So
That's fine. Just go to
let me finish my thought.
up. You stopped for a breath. I was just
Well,
gonna
I
answer your
breathe.
question.
Sorry.
Well,
Yeah, we can
stop.
tell. We hear it all the time.
Okay, look, I have been editing the podcast lately, and yes, I know I'm sorry. That's why I don't know if you notice I keep trying to look away when I'm not talking, so I'm not breathing in the microphone.
I have gotten better at removing the breathing.
Folks, eventually I will get a little bit fitter and not breathe as heavy. But so I've been told that there's no chance. So I'm going. In that case, I have nothing else I can do on my rogue.
Who told you that?
Bob.
That there's no chance of you ever raiding at any point?
Not with them.
Because that's not true. That's one guild. There are hundreds of
No,
guilds. on
he
the
said
server
no
world.
one.
No, that's not true.
Oh.
Regardless.
Well, that was rude.
Well, no.
Let me know when I
He's
can.
just giving me his
when I can
opinion
say
Can we take a pause?
why?
because I need coffee.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, well let's pause.
Oh.
Have you let? Are you going to let Al finish his sentence?
I
or
don't
are
know
we
if I
like,
can.
Okay,
I'll tell you a
I'm
funny.
sorry.
I'll tell you a funny bathroom story.
Can you cut that out?
I probably. I mean, I can cut it out of the audio. It depends on what Al cuts out of the video.
Yeah, I need to start finding some money makers.
Okay, where did we leave off?
15 pages.
I basically just started. Saying I
Okay.
can't get into rating.
Okay,
I feel like there's a guild that.
hold on.
Excuse me, I hiccuped.
And
Cut
we're back.
that out.
Okay.
And we're back. So yeah, I just I feel like And if that's the case, then I have to start looking at what else I can do with my characters, because all of a sudden I have nothing to do with my rogue.
I didn't mean to kick you.
And my rogue is the one that people would want to go with because he actually does some pretty good damage. So that's why I was looking at respecking my druid. Seeing how bad I can do on that.
So wait, does that mean I'll never be able to raid too because I suck?
I don't know. I don't speak for what other people. So anyway, what I was doing is refocusing. What can I do? And I thought, maybe I can just concentrate on some PvP.
Okay.
901 gold worth of stuff just sold. There you go. Oh, see, I was
That
holding back
still
so I could.
sucked.
I don't want to hit him hard. Looks like
Not
he'll break.
fragile.
Now the PvP.
Here's the thing, though. Now I haven't looked because get your own chocolate, Sam. There you go, a couple.
I actually don't like that kind.
Well, then give it back to me. Here's the thing.
Oh,
There are.
Bless you.
where'd my glasses go?
I don't know. What'd you do with your?
I don't remember.
I didn't see where you put them. They're on your head. No, just
I
kidding.
don't remember taking them off.
I think I remember you taking them off.
You continue talking. I'm going to go find them.
I think they're over on your little thing beside the stove. I thought the PvP would catch your attention because you've been wanting to do 2s or 3s or something.
I definitely want to give it a try. Let's go down to the bottom.
And I figured maybe if we're doing something together on a regular basis, you might say hi to me when I log in.
Hey, you don't say hi to me either.
I do so.
Why is this?
I mean, I didn't today.
I was mostly AFK today. If you did,
No, I didn't. So you didn't miss the one day I didn't say anything. You didn't miss it. What are you looking at?
I'm in the
Something caught your attention when I said PvP?
guild recruitment, but it's like going the wrong way.
I've wanted to do some
understand that
PvP so I can get those achievements, but I don't actually know how to PvP because I suck at it. I just die instantly.
It's the same way you do everything. You just shoot at them and hope they die. Getting the one where you capture the flag and return it is going to be a tough one, but it's fun. I did that on my druid with some heirloom gear back in the day. That was so much fun. And as I mentioned before, having a druid that actually heals other players makes other players appreciate you.
I'm just looking through the guild recruitment because the way it seems to work is you've got your guilds that require attendance, right? And then you've got your casual guilds who still want to do some raiding, but never have a full raid every night. Kind of like the one WoW After Dark that we were in. You just need to find something like that. Find something where you're like, okay, I can't make it every week, but when I can make it, here's what I have to bring to the table. And just find one of those casual style guilds. They're not going to clear all the content on like hard or heroic mode, but you don't want to do that either.
Most of the stuff I need is on heroic or hard mode.
No, because there's probably
10 man hard mode. 10 mode hard man.
10 hard man mode.
Now here's the thing though. The thing that was really good was we were so close in our guild. And so
dad guild. That's the term I was trying to. You're looking for a dad guild.
I've seen the dad guild. Is it called the dad guild?
That's the term people use. It's
Okay.
a dad guild. You're looking for a guild with a bunch of people who are all our age, who have other responsibilities, and
Don't block
can't
me in with
commit-
you guys.
I said our age. Me now.
You pointed at me.
You're old too, Sam. You
Not
qualify
as
as
old
a
as you two.
dad.
Not as old as you two.
Do you have kids, Sam?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
Then you're dad. So
Pretty sure
yeah,
they
that's
call
what
me
that's what
Mom.
you're looking for. It's a bunch of people who are grown-ups with responsibilities and jobs who can't commit to a hardcore rating schedule.
Says the guy who leaves work early so he could raid.
I think you
I
just
very
explain
rarely
to me
do
what
that.
I'm looking for.
I know.
See, but that's the thing. Then I wasn't keen on the idea of leaving mere casuals. I wasn't keen on WoW After Darking our own guild.
It's different though,
I'll
because
still
Mere
be there.
Casuals is not a guild with a rating roster.
This is just a
It's
guild.
it's a social in-game chat channel basically.
But that's the thing, though. Like, so where I was also going with this is that we were so close to 10 people.
We still have all the same people.
You left us.
I don't run 10-mans with the other guild.
He
I could
No,
still
you do
go,
need
and
that
I have other
achievement.
characters.
big otter left.
Big
Oh, the
otter.
random person.
Yeah, bigoter or
Probably
big
because
otter.
there's not usually that many people on. If you want to try and turn mere casuals into a dad guild that raids sometimes, we can do that. I mean, I don't feel like we have someone who's capable of like leading raids well, but like,
Well, that would be your job.
yeah, I'm not a good raid leader. I don't know what
So
I'm
we
doing.
need to find a raid leader.
You don't even need to like just if we try and recruit and be like, hey, we're super casual guild, we want to kind of do some like Nax and non-hard mode Alduar and like non-hard mode TOGC, like we're looking to at least get a 10-man crew and maybe someday
What's that?
the new raid.
Oh,
Try the
And
Grand
maybe
Crusader.
someday
okay.
do a 25. Like you can do that. Like there's no reason why we can't do that. We're not going to have. I feel like we're going to have a very difficult time, if not impossible time, putting a 25-man together.
Yeah.
But like
if we could do 10, put
we
a
could do
10
10
together.
mans. Like I mean, there's stuff that we can do. And the thing is, if we're doing casual 10-man stuff, it doesn't even matter that you're not in maxed out best in slot gear because you don't need it.
And this is the thing. He did leave us. But he has other level 80 characters that don't have the gear that his main has.
I know.
So putting together a 10-man with his lower level characters, not lower level, less geared characters, he still has an 80. And it would actually be something that's worthwhile for him to
I
do.
have multiple other 80s.
Yeah, and it'd be worthwhile for you to do the 10-mans with them.
Yeah, if with my holy paladin especially because my holy paladin has crap gear.
Oh, we have a healer.
Yeah, I mean we need two.
We'll need a
but-
tank.
Yeah, we do. Al has a tank. I don't know if he wants to tank.
Well, I'm designing him as well. I got the warrior as well.
I'm talking about warrior. I wasn't thinking of your druid, but
Yeah, well, learning curve, but yeah.
why
He
don't
definitely
we?
needs stuff.
Why don't we make
So-
that our goal then? You want to raid sometimes, maybe. Why don't we make it our goal to put together a 10-man crew with mere casuals?
Now, can this be like earlier in the day instead of like
it can
midnight?
be whenever we can make it work because Al works until 9 or 10. You go to bed at 8, so we're gonna have to figure out a day that works. Like
Yeah, and then I just got a new job, so I'll have
it's
less
the same
time.
job. You have different hours.
Too bad
It's a
there's not a
different
regular
job.
Sunday.
Is
we
it?
could
Aren't
go.
you still
Yeah.
in the kitchen?
Yeah, but it's a different job.
I thought it was all the same.
Too bad there wasn't just one day that we were all off together. Like it used to be a Sunday.
Josh and I will be opposite.
I
Weekends.
never work Friday evening.
Well, I do close to inventory.
On Friday evenings?
Well, because this Friday I'll be working until 11:30.
Well, here's a thought. Why don't we try and find some like European or Australian time zone people and raid at like 10 a.m.?
Okay, I thought you were going to say at night. If we can find a morning raid, then
Oh, wait. 2 a.m. 2 p.m. Mid-afternoon. Sam works till 1:15 now.
2 p.m. It would have to be a day. That would have to be a Monday.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
We'll
out.
see what we can do.
Yeah, well, okay. We don't need to debate here on the podcast.
Well, I mean,
Which is what can we kind of sidetrack. We'll debate this off screen. We'll let you know next week what we've come up with. Stay tuned.
so we have a poorly geared healer so far. We have a poorly geared healer that more or less kind of almost knows what he's doing. We have an average at best hunter with decent gear. We have whatever you decide to play. We have
I have all the patterns to make some good gear for either my druid, my shaman, or my tank. It's just a matter of buying all those freaking orbs.
About 4 of them. It was so expensive.
Yeah. So are you getting me to make you the bracers of swift death? No, that's the leather. The male version.
Yeah, I'm getting
she
the
needs the
icy.
female version.
I'm getting the icy.
So made out of iron? Icy dragon scale.
Yeah. Oh.
Which is technically the
It's
cheapest
iron
part,
because
but it's
it's-
the part she's farming, which I find funny. But
Yeah. Don't farm that. Buy that.
she's enjoying farming it. We shouldn't judge. We did some
okay, that's
some Violet Hold runs the other day to skin.
I never have the time to skin in Violet Hold, and there's so many icy dragon scales in there.
But here's the thing: we go to Violet Hold with just the two of us for the sole purpose of skinning.
Yeah.
So
And we do it in.
I don't have a U.
Yes, you
We do it on normal mode. So Josh just goes
If you
around.
see me playing my warrior and level my warrior, send me a message. Be like, "Can we do a quick Violet Hold run for some skinning?" I'll do it.
There'll be a lot of complaining, but he'll do it.
I don't complain. I don't mind doing Violet Hold. I disenchant
Can we
stuff.
do Violet Hold
I
later?
need more Dream Shards. I don't need more Dream Shards, but I like Dream Shards.
I guess Al and I... Are we going to be fighting over skinning now?
If we go in together, yeah.
Hit my mic stand.
But if I go in while you're at work, then no.
I'll be working a lot more. I already regret taking it.
Why did you take it? Is it full time?
Yeah. It's an extra $800 on my pay.
Well, it'd be
Is
that
that-
much
that-
per month.
What?
So
No. Per pay.
So we're going to bleep
Will
this
it be
out,
per pay?
but
Yeah.
we're going to bleep this out just in case there's a certain listener. But so you don't want to keep working like. I'm sorry.
Can we
I was
just-
actually sitting at home planning how I'm going to say something like this because I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, she works part time.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
totally wanted to comment
Oh.
you for so.
It was funny though when the other day, which I'm not trying to give you a hard time, Sam, but the other day when we were talking about it, and she's like, "But I really like only working 4 hours a day and having every weekend off." And I was like, "Well, yeah, I would like that too,
Yeah, I think we all would.
but it doesn't." Yeah,
It's only temporary.
Life should work that way.
It's only for the summer, so I can't really complain.
We shouldn't be made to work most of our life away. Unless it's like, yes, work that we get paid for, we have to do for other people, and then we should have the time to do the work that we want to do. But I guess we can still do that. We just kind of have to put the work out there to get paid for it.
Everything's so expensive.
What's he saying?
Oh, I was just.
Oh, that's a
I
private
was,
message to you. You don't have to tell me.
No, I was asking in the guild Discord about a 10-man TOGC if there's going to be one tonight, and Bob just let me know they put the sign up, so I'm gonna. It's like a half-hour raid, Sam.
Can I go
No.
There, I have signed up.
tonight?
Oh, wait, what is the time? 6 p.m. Yeah, I can do that. It's like half an hour. We'll just make sure we're back by then, because we're going to go out shortly. It's only 1:30.
It's only 1:30.
But that means we have several
not even
several
1:30
amounts
yet.
of time now to do things.
It's 1:30.
And then when I'm done, it's a quick raid.
I was going to ask a question, but it has nothing to do with the podcast.
Yeah, now you not going to rate is not on Josh. it's
Okay,
Barb.
so I have well, I've already asked this question before, and you've answered it.
What was the question?
Well, because I want to work on getting a bunch of achievements again, and I want to do like the world. I want to do every dungeon.
Oh yeah, we can
World
do that.
Tour. Yeah, especially
Most
Oculus.
of the low level ones
I don't
you can
wanna
just
do
walk
Oculus.
in.
We got to
I
do it
already
like
did
3 or
that
4
one.
times.
I already did that one, and
There are 4 achievements for the Oculus.
Are you talking about old world dungeons?
all of them.
Yeah, because the old
And
world
raids.
dungeons, most of them you can just solo.
I wonder
also wanna
if
do
we can
all
do the
the
raids
no.
now.
Not Aldawar, AQ 20 and 40.
Probably. I mean, like with Sam hunting or DPS or healing.
Well, the same characters that we've been using all the time. So I think she's had her hunter in there before.
Yeah.
But the gear is better now that you have on your paladin.
Yeah.
But so
Not a lot better, but it is a bit better.
Yeah.
I do have Aldawar gear on my hunter. Uladar.
now, as far as the Oculus goes, you have to do at least 3 runs in there to get all the
I don't like
achievements.
the dragon part.
Well, that's it. You do either there's the Ruby Void, the Emerald Void, and what's the yellow?
Bronze,
The-
copper,
Bronze Void?
yellow.
Bronze Void. I'll go with bronze. But they'll correct me. But you do it without any green drakes, you do it without any red drakes, and you do it without any bronze drakes.
Oh.
So,
They're doable.
And you just need to finish the quest.
well, and I need the achievement for the dungeon, but the achievement for doing the dungeon can occur simultaneously with either one of those 3.
So here's the thing with the old
And then we'll
raids.
get a mount.
We could go back and we could probably clear
No, a title.
the majority of Molten Core, if not all of it, if we have the dousing, so we can do the last
But we
2
can
bosses.
find 2 more people.
2 more people for what? I'm talking about old 40-man raids.
Molten Core is 40.
We could do
we
that.
need full 40 for that?
No, we could probably do it with the 3 of us. But I'm saying we probably will still have the same problem with AQ40.
I'm just wondering if we can speak, because you almost got it on your own when we were around the
Close-ish,
corner.
yeah. I mean, we could try. I don't remember. Did we end up trying it when I was in range of Sam's Nature Resist?
Yeah, it didn't work. I died immediately.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I feel like
we can-
dying. I feel like
we
I
should,
died.
I feel like we should try again, just for fun. We can do Molten Core for sure, though. Because you probably... Do you have the Molten Core achievement? No, because that wasn't... We didn't do those on these characters. We did them as the old Alliance characters on the other server.
I should hook up a macro. That's all, folks.
A macro?
A macro to turn around and stun you. For
Stun me?
when you
when I get mind controlled, yeah. Yeah, I think... I feel like we just need to control that mind control better. Do we have much else to say, or do we want to start wrapping this up? Do you have anything else?
Well, there's some news that just popped up.
Oh, what was the news?
So we might as well get this today. So there is a new Glub pet for Wrath Classic if you get the new 6-month subscription bundle.
What kind of pet?
It's a goldfish in a bubble.
Oh. See, the only reason I get the pets, that's the wrong server. The only reason I get the pets is for the achievement for getting a certain amount of pets. So I'm probably not going to... Well, I mean, is the 6-month cheaper?
It is, but if you're playing off of tokens, no, it's not.
Which I'm not right now. I need my gold.
I got another 10 days to activate my next token. Should activate it now.
July 10th. Is it July 10th today?
It is July the 10th today. That's breaking news, folks. It won't be breaking by the time you hear this, but I'm literally reading it. It's 1:25 that it popped up. It's 1:26 right now. Breaking news. So there's that owl for you.
Okay, so did you say we're more or less done? We had the breaking news.
Yeah. I had a few things that happened at work, but nothing overly.
Oh, we can do the almost interesting work stories with Al.
Wet bread woman?
Yeah.
It's time for almost interesting work stories with Al.
So
Okay, that seems like that's a prompt, right?
So, are those messages to you?
yes.
How are they two-sided?
Well, because I send and receive.
What?
Hi, Sam. Send. Sent. I got it.
Oh, so it just sends twice. Okay.
No, it only sends it once. Just I send it, and then I receive it.
I got it.
So with this heat that we've had, anything that comes out of the cold condensates.
Yeah.
So the belts at work, not the ones you put around your waist, the ones that move,
Yeah.
they get wet. And this lady and husband were there, and he put bread up. He goes, no, I don't want this on the water. It's going to get it wet. And she's just cranking at him. And I come over and I start grabbing things, and then she's like looking at me, and I'm going, okay, should I be touching her stuff? And then her husband puts it down. She goes, she comes over. She picks it up. She goes, it's on water. I said, I want it on water. How many times do I have to tell you? Now, it was just like a little bit of water, and our bread comes in 2 layers of plastic.
Yeah.
So I said, so I looked up at her and says, if it's any consolation, it's got 2 layers of plastic around it. And she goes, yeah, but it still gets wet. So then I was down at the other
Everyone
end.
hates moist bread, though.
Yeah, but it's got 2 layers of plastic. It's like wearing 2 condoms when you're having sex. Right? It's not as much fun. So I'm down at the other end loading up her buggy, and again, she's just like watching me like a hawk, and I'm like, okay, just go away. But then she said something to her husband, and she says like, I guess I'll let, I didn't hear what led to this, but she said, I guess I'll let you have this so you can think you were right for a few minutes. And I'm just looking,
to her
and I'm just looking at the guy. I look back at her, and the guy's looking at me. I look back at her, I look back at the guy. It just, wow. That was an interesting story.
That I was mostly listening. Moist bread. Or was there a second story?
There's a continuation of the story.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Well, no, it was this woman and this poor guy.
Yeah, I know. The poor
She
guy.
has to be good at something for him to still be around. And I'm guessing must be a tight little spot.
Or she's really, really good at divorces being expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Because that's a skill on its own. Was there a second story or just the one?
Well, we were doing something at work, and one of my female counterparts said, well, I guess if you want something done right, you got to get a woman to do it. No, she paused, right? She said, if you want something right, I said, get a woman to do it. She goes, yeah. And then we quietly sneak up behind you and get it done the right way, and you think it was good all along.
Oh, my.
And then I was loading up groceries, and I picked up a bag that said raw shrimp. I said, well, next time, use lube.
That's just wrong. That's a good spot to end it, I guess, though. I mean, oh, boy.
Well, the other two seemed to fall a little flat, so I had to add that one in.
Where is that Audacity? There it is. There it is.
Next time, use lube.
You didn't say that, did you? Like out loud at the checkout? Did you?
How do
Maybe.
you still have a job?
Oh,
Is
boy.
beyond me. With some of the
like me.
things you say, like especially to members.
Oh, I had a member come in the other day. I was on the door. And I'm not saying where I work,
They already know.
but I asked to see his card. He goes, well, am I the only one you asked? I said, yep, just you. I don't like you, so thought I'd pick on you, facetiously saying. And he started walking away. He said, actually, you're the only person I asked because everyone else had it ready. He goes, yeah, I doubt that. And I said, I'm sure you do.
I always have mine before we go in.
Yeah. Like the arrogance of people who think that everything is about them. We now have two people on the door. Nobody comes in without a card is the rule.
I thought that was always the rule.
It's the rule, but people sneak by. If they sneak by, we call a manager and they
Now
go
I
after
have a
them.
question for you. If you have a gift card and you're not a member, can you come in and use it or no?
I can answer that later because I'm not going to actually talk about the functionalities of my job.
Okay,
On
cut
the
that
air.
out and then Al can answer my question.
I will try and cut that out.
You're okay. We can just end this now because
I am
Josh
just
isn't
having a
even part of the
conversation.
conversation.
Well, no, I'm not going to answer that right now, so we don't have to cut it out.
There. See, Sam? It's all fine.
Yeah, you can still cut it out because it's not that big of a deal.
If I say bad things about my work, I could get fired.
How is that bad things? You're just answering a question. Oh, is there like
Well,
more
no,
to
anything I say. That's why I don't want them to know
Oh.
where I work, even though they probably already know.
You've said
Are
it
you still
multiple
recording?
times.
By
Yes,
chance?
I'm still recording.
Okay.
Would you like me to stop? Because
Oh, I
we
don't
haven't
care.
done our exit thing.
That's outrageous.
Every time.